What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. And yesterday, the Buffalo Bills pulled off one of the most improbable victories in NFL history.
Up for a game-winning field goal. From 32 yards, Prater made it! And the Bills open their final season in this stadium with a stunning comeback win.
The Buffalo Bills trailed 40-25 with just under 4 minutes remaining. It looked like the game was most likely over, but Josh Allen, the reigning MVP, worked his magic, and the Buffalo Bills were able to make a huge comeback. Bills kicker Matt Prater drilled a 32-yard field goal, as you saw, on the final play of the game to seal the Bills' win and make history. And the field goal by Prater capped a stunning comeback by the Bills, who trailed by 15 points, 40-25, with just 4 minutes left to play. Josh Allen, reigning MVP, threw for 394 yards. And he cut the double-digit deficit with 3:56 left in the game after he hit Keon Coleman with a 10-yard TD pass to trim Baltimore's lead down to 40-32. At that point, the Ravens tried to run out the clock with Derrick Henry, who rushed for 169 yards and 2 TDs, but he fumbled away the ball and the Bills recovered, giving Buffalo some hope. It was one of the few mistakes made by Henry in the game. 4 plays after Henry's fumble, Allen scored on a 1-yard TD run to cut the lead to 40-38 with 1:58 left. The Bills had a chance to tie at 40, but their 2-point attempt came up empty. The Bills still had all 3 of their timeouts, and they used them on Baltimore's ensuing drive, which was a 3-and-out. After a punt by the Ravens, Allen led a 66-yard drive over the final 86 seconds to set up Prater's game-winning field goal. As I said, Josh Allen threw for 394 yards. He also threw for 2 touchdowns, and he also had 2 rushing touchdowns in the game. Lamar Jackson threw for 210 yards, 2 throwing touchdowns, and 2 rushing touchdowns. The final score of 41-40 is the only time in NFL history, in its 106-year history, that a final score was 41-40. I find it very hard to believe, but that's what the stats sheets are saying. Also, the reigning MVP, Josh Allen, now has a 4-2 career record versus Lamar Jackson. So salute to Josh Allen for leading an unbelievable comeback versus a great quarterback. Some will tell you Lamar Jackson's overall the best quarterback in the league. That's debatable, but there's a lot of statistics to back that up. So, whatever the case is, Josh Allen, I think, belongs in that category. So this is the beginning of a new season. I'm going to try to cover the Bills games as closely as possible. I'm going to try to cover every Bills game. And maybe if something significant happens in any of the other games, a record or uh, a devastating loss or something, I'll try to do a video about it. But definitely, I'm going to try to cover the Buffalo Bills. As a Bills fan, man, this is the first time that we've really had any true hope in quite some time. I mean, we had some flashes here or there, but an actual quarterback and an actual team that we thought could actually do something. We really haven't had that feeling since what? Early 2000s, late 90s, maybe. Really late? No, probably late 90s. It's been a minute. And even with those teams, everything had to peak just right. As far as being dominant, we haven't really had a dominant Buffalo Bills squad since the mid 90s. So as much as sometimes I want to laugh at the Cowboys, hey, they at least got 5 Super Bowls. 5 Super Bowls. Buffalo went to 4 straight Super Bowls and came up empty every time. The pain and the hurt of having to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? To see other squads that people like that hadn't won anything during the past 30 years finally get a Super Bowl or, get a Super Bowl after a long dormant period, it stings. Because as a Buffalo Bills fan, I don't know what it feels like for my team, the team that I root for, the team I've been rooting for since I was a little kid. Now I comb gray hair along with black hairs. I still don't know what the fuck it feels like to have my team win a Super Bowl. I don't know what that feels like. And I want to know what it feels like. You know? But, in the 90s, I couldn't complain too much because I was a Bulls fan. I wasn't going to say Michael Jordan fan, right? People say, oh, Jordan fan. The Bulls won 6 championships, so I couldn't really complain too much. But shit, the Bulls suck. The Bills are rising, but, we know how the Bills are in the playoffs. You can't blame me for having the jitters when the Bills go to the playoffs because, shit just happens. But hopefully this is the year that it changes for us, man. Hopefully. I just want this team to go to the Super Bowl at this point, man. Just get to the Super Bowl. Please. That's all. Have the stars align. Have everything just go right for us to go to the Super Bowl and then take it from there. But anyway, that's a long, long way from now. Long road ahead of us. But Buffalo gets a big victory, albeit it come from behind. But tell me what you guys think.